Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Dead Cells. I am playing the Elemental update. It's probably opened up like 12 notepad files with the patch notes. I actually don't know what the patch notes are. All of your progress with the collector and all your runes will be safe. Resume current run. I mean, I think it doesn't matter because our current run was like just at the start of the collector anyway, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, this is the Elemental update, which apparently has buffed shields and has introduced a couple of new items, including items that allow for more flammability. So let's go Elemental update, Dead Cells, patch notes, and see what kind of good stuff we got there. The Elemental update. Fire and oil have been totally redone. You can now put oil on the ground, put it on fire, and watch your enemies die. Or maybe you'll appreciate the new interactions between electricity and water. Oh no. Okay, new weapons, new active skills. Shield has been buffed. If you get hit by anything, you'll be granted a temporary force field. Okay. A mysterious door has appeared in the prison cells. Statistics, achievements, and then, you know, some new balancing stuff. But anyway, let's just get started here. Apparently, I am an idiot, by the way, and there is, like, a blueprint up here. I am a moron, man. There is a blueprint up here. It's a quick bow. You know what? That pretty much invalidates any concern I've had about bows being terrible. Balanced blade. Carefully balanced to allow consecutive rapid strikes. Ignites the ground and your enemy. So these are two brand new items. People have told me that this is like a brand new game, basically. What's this guy got going on? He's got like more information. Oh, more stats! Hello. So you can do like a 6-hit attack or something like that. Interesting. Not so interesting is the fact that I took damage. It's been a couple days since I played Dead Cells, but I'm excited to get back into it here. Despite the fact that I have a growing, deserved reputation for being, like, relatively bad, I'm having a fun time regardless. Hey, more food as well. Or at least we got food faster than we normally would have expected to, but that could just be random chance at this point. What is that? Balanced Blade 1. Exactly the same. I thought we had Balanced Blade level 0 for what it's worth, so just gonna keep moving here and hoping to find some new stuff. People have told me that strength is a noob trap. Now, of course, if we have no other choice, we'll take it, and oftentimes if we have a choice, I'll take it as well. And I'll probably go to the ossuary just to make sure that we can, like, maximize the amount of loot that we can get and, you know, try to experience a bunch of new stuff as well if possible. But I think we're ready to graduate. You know, sometimes I think I play up to the level of difficulty. It's not really that good. I still think, not all bows, but like this bow is pretty garbage. Try to cheese the system a little bit there. If it pierces enemies or freezes them for longer, I think it's not that bad, but personally, not my preference right off the bat at least. Thanks, you found a secret for me? Or is this just it's just the chest? Okay. Let's go. That is a new chest, just got a bunch of cells. Meat grinder access as well. What is that? Oh, they changed the phaser icon. That is a better icon for sure. The first one didn't necessarily fit with the game, I think. You teleport behind an enemy. Cover the ground around you with flammable oil. As we walk, or just in general, because that's pretty cool. Long dive attacks cause the ground to ignite. You know what? We got gold. Why not give it a shot, right? So let's try this. So it'll be like left trigger. That seems sort of cool. We still need to be around when they die, but that's kind of a neat approach here. But yeah, people said a good rule of thumb is you should have like 7 to 8 health and strength upgrades by the time you fight the next boss. And that might be slightly off, but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one for now, at least. Long dive attacks also ignite the ground. Not my smartest move. Ice bomb. Ice grenade 1, not necessary. I think they've redone the vine as well. It looks different. This is the first thing I noticed, at least. For now, like, this is fine. I actually think that I'm gonna hesitate to draw like a lot of conclusions just from like the little bit of update that I've seen so far. However, it does seem like Is that actually ignited, or is that just... Like, what is purple fire is what I'm trying to get at. Like, if we do this... I think that's still fire. It's just like fire with oil. Oh, it's the dead knight from Dark Souls. He's dead. And that's recent. It's lore. And we got a blueprint. And like one heck of a ruby. Broadsword. Precious gem worth 1,500 gold. Nothing wrong with that, if I do say so myself. Alright, let's go this way and then we're going to go to the ossuary. But yeah, I'm going to hesitate to draw too many conclusions from what little I've seen so far. Because I don't think that's necessarily a sound choice, but the existence of more swords seems very intelligent to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, I know the rapier got debuffed a little bit, but there were really only like 3 swords. There was the blood sword, the rapier, and the assassin's blade. But even then, the assassin's blade isn't that good. But all the other swords were just sort of like there. You didn't really want them. To have a sword that's just like a decent sword actually strikes me as kind of a good approach. So that not all of it is, I don't want to say they're all garbage, but you know, the spiteful sword I didn't really like, the frantic sword I liked even less. So twin blades actually are quite good as well. So I wouldn't want to, you know, lump them in necessarily here. Okay, we're starting to get better. It might not talk too much while I fight those guys for the time being. What's going on here? It's like I'm connected to this thing. But we're starting to get a little bit better at fighting those guys, I think. Wow, that actually worked. And we can just lob those like endlessly. But yeah, I think you just like attack, roll, and then, you know, you should be able to mess with them on the last attack as well, but maybe you just want to get out of the way sometimes. Alright, we need to hit some level up upgrades right now. Level 2 of strength is not necessarily doing it for us in the long run here. That's like a terrible place to be. Is there any other way to get up there? Yes, okay. I mean, we could very, very slowly like hit him with fire, but I think that's the only enemy left there and the only treasure left there as well. So in the end, it's sort of who cares-y. I'm doing the ossuary not just to make things as hard as possible, but because, as I understand it, it's the way to get the best amount of loot. Okay, I mean, I should have known you don't attack that guy like that. As always with a new enemy, we gotta figure out how the heck we're gonna deal with this guy. You don't want to attack him in the back, which is actually nice because it's the only enemy in Dead Cells for whom you don't want to give him a little backstab. So it's kind of nice that there's a difference there. Still kind of able to use our skills to like spam our way through life here, which is actually like extremely nice. Especially when we can just keep an enemy stuck. And, you know, it's not that the game's too easy. I mean, it's quite the opposite. The game is very difficult. It's just, nice to have, like, any extra tool to take care of these guys. At least we got most of our HP back there. Okay, Flashbang 4. We'll take that over the Meat Grinder, because we are using the Phaser as kind of like a flammable synergy right now. I think we're building up a decent run here. We could use more skills, and we could definitely, well, we could use more scrolls, is what I mean to say. And, Horizontal Turret 5 is pretty good, so now we'll dump the Phaser. We don't have to do everything in accordance with the synergies that seem to be added in the new expansion, I think. Store was sealed 2 minutes ago, and there's a blueprint in it and everything. What a bummer. Oh, we do have an elite enemy. Elite enemies drop items. It's the general rule, I think, so. I got actually stuck in an animation there for a second. Okay, I'm not blaming the game. I'm just saying I definitely 100% got stuck there. Let's fight the elite enemy first while we can do it. So, I think, you know, you can basically figure out how this is supposed to go down. Just gonna keep him, like, kited as long as possible. I don't know, did turrets get debuffed? Kind of seems like they're going down pretty quickly here. They not, like, last as long? Oh my god. No, roll, roll, roll. It seems like the turret health is, like, horrible compared to what it used to be. Maybe the damage is a lot better? I'm not sure, though. We have taken him out, but that was, like, very, very tight here. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the firebrand, because we don't need it anymore. Instead, we got throwing knives with extra ammo that pierce the first target. And I should really heal up, because it's not like we're likely to get anything that makes life much easier for us. And then immediately, I was gonna say, immediately we get enough HP to make life easier for us. Alright. It's just the way she goes sometimes. What happened there? It's like we've entered a state of low gravity. I do not know what we did there. Got a pretty decent build. We just need to, like, if possible, desperately improve our, Seems like those guys have less HP as well. But desperately improve our primary weapon, which right now at the present moment is kind of garbage. The Nutcracker stuns victims that have 70% more of their life. What? Oh, it's like, first off, swap these and then trade the throwing knife for that. So it's a primary weapon. It's just a little slow. Well, I don't know. It seems like, honestly, there was a dearth of heavy weapons, so it's kind of nice that we got something like a hammer here that we can use. Almost played like a strength-based Dark Souls build or something like that. It doesn't really seem to do that much damage. Maybe it actually is meant to be a secondary. I might be using it improperly. Like, it seems like the kind of thing you roll up and use it as like an initiator or something like that, and then finish off with your high damage stuff. I don't know. A hammer as a secondary doesn't seem right to me, but I could be incorrect. You deal plus 70% damage for 8 seconds, but you also take 30% extra damage during this period. So it's, the damage boost now has a downside associated with it, which is not necessarily the reason I'm avoiding it. Like, it could still be dynamite. But I kind of like our present loadout as is. Just run for your life. Dude is well and truly dusted. You stand no chance. Dude, the combo with the Nutcracker is actually excellent. Stay away from those guys. I also feel like some of the enemies have less HP, but maybe it's just that we've got a really, really good build pretty quickly here. Which doesn't happen all that often. So it really does feel like we're killing enemies a lot faster, although skills less often as well. Or, again, scrolls less often as well. Although I will say, you kind of hesitate to draw conclusions from, like, one run. You know, you have one run of Isaac and you go, oh, I guess every run has Brimstone now, but that's not the case. Only half the runs have Brimstone. Alright. Little light on cells, not that that actually matters. Right now, at least. Wow. I deserved to probably die there, but I didn't. We are out of heals, though, so we're looking... Oh, we have to power that thing up, I see. So they're trying to, like, cut down on the cheese a little bit, it feels. Some HP, but I don't want to take it just yet. I'm feeling the hammer so far. It's, again, like a strength build in Dark Souls. Also like a rhinestone cowboy. I forget the rest of the lyrics, but something with the bootlicking rodeo? You know. I don't think I've heard rhinestone cowboy on the radio in like maybe close to 25 years, and I'm only, you know, nearly 29 years old. So we got a long way to go. Back into the memory banks. Whatever. We recovered most of our HP there. Overall, dude, no wonder so many people were telling me, like, get this update. I'll admit, I'm a stubborn guy sometimes, and I was skeptical. I was like, oh, who needs an update? How much could they have changed in less than a month? Dude, they changed a lot. About the fires and the floods and killer bees. You know, we care a lot. Faith no more. It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. I don't like fighting these guys up close on the wall, though. Like, who do you think I am? Jon Snow? Like, it's almost, like, not plausible to not take damage there. So we really need to get out of the ossuary as soon as possible. Has anyone made the joke yet? The ossuaries taste like ossuaries. I think this might be an exit. Damage taken reduced by 15. I mean, we already have an okay improvement there. Biter Swarm is excellent. I think I'd rather have Biter Swarm than Horizontal Turret, mostly for the HP upgrade from the other option right now, the Flashbang. It's not our exit, so we don't get cocky yet. They also apply oil? It seems like it, at least. We might as well check for the Magnet Grenade. Magnet Grenade 4. Enemies release a toxic cloud when they die. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. I don't like it in theory. Might it be good? Sure, it might be good. You got me there. We're kind of like, we're testing it live here. Like, oh my Lanta. Like, we're in the lab environment. The lab environment is real life. I don't know what I'm saying. These things contradict each other. We're gonna be quite light on HP as we come down through here. Just play it a little safer. It seems like the throwing knives have like a little bit of homing on them. They might have had that before and I'm just noticing, but still. Okay, that's nonsense, but I accept it. We basically just cannot get hit anymore, so prepare for a little bit of, perhaps a little less engaging gameplay than you'd expect, but you know what's engaging? It's just engaging in a defensive way, like the 2004 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Gave us a nice tooltip that told us that all the ammo was stuck in that enemy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Careful. In fact, be, like, extremely careful. Hey. Dude. What are you attacking here? I thought maybe there was a secret. Twin Daggers 4. Extra damage on poisoned enemies. I do kind of like the Nutcracker. Like, I don't see a compelling reason to not be using the Nutcracker right now. So I'm going to stick with that, mostly because it seems cool. Something being cool might not be the best reason to do it, but in this case, seems like it's going to get the job done. Please just give me an exit door. At least we have, like, you know, Roger Clemens here. Throwing the greatest throws of all time. Without him, the throwing knives would not be nearly as good. Basically, this thing's got to go right now. It actually did. I'm stunned. Please, an exit. I've been down here. Oh, he's done it. It's not the special floor, but the fact that this is an exit is like, it's worth more than you could ever imagine. Get nut cracked, son. So we're gonna have like one too few cells. Covers the victim in flammable oil. 346 damage. Sure, okay. It does take a strength away from us, but... Oh, and it's got a much slower attack. Cool combo, though. And now we're going to the ramparts. So to be honest with you, with the loot that we have, I shouldn't say that they're going to be easy, because it's just going to lead to my own level of disappointment. But, you know, we basically spent 20 minutes on the ramparts. It's like spending 20 minutes on Catacombs 1. Except we got way better loot as a result of it, so... Should be very well equipped, especially with piercing-ish throwing daggers. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that as of right now, I actually hate the broadsword. But that doesn't actually mean it's bad. At least our skills are getting leveled up. It doesn't actually mean it's bad. It's just slow. And we're doing, like, actually nothing to take advantage of the fact that it can light enemies on fire, so partly my own fault, I'd suggest. Maybe we should stun an enemy with the nutcracker and then hit him with the broadsword. Then hit it from the back to the melody of Roll It Slow. Oh, I'm gonna voice my concerns about this. You'll be hearing from my lawyers! And now, was that Millhouse Mana Storm from the Hearthstone tutorial? You know it, buddy. You know it. Alright, heal up. What are you doing, Self? What are you doing here? Okay, you need to slow your roll. As I say this, you're speeding up drastically. Phaser. No, I don't want the cloud of poisonous gas. I'm happy with what we got. We've done it. Okay, now we're back. Probably gonna need to heal. I'm a little embarrassed, and I think, honestly, probably should be. But I don't really want to roll this primary for fighting the nameless one, or the unfinished one, or the forgotten one, or, you know, whatever From Software adjective they've given him. I forgot at this point. Give me another primary, please. They've done it. Balanced Blade 4, extra damage on burning, extra damage on frozen. Slightly less damage, but much faster actual attacking here. I guess we could mummy rub there and get the amulet. Oh, that feels so much better. Now I can stop pretending I'm bad. Oh, look at that. Obviously, enemies, you know, not getting killed in 2 hits, but getting chewed up pretty quickly. It's like a whole new world here. Door was sealed 12 minutes ago. Yeah, you know what? Fair play. Hasn't been the fastest run we've ever had here in Dead Cells. But slow and steady wins the race. Has this really been steady? No. Does slow and uneven win the race? No, slow and uneven is probably... I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a sequel to The Tortoise and the Hare when the author needed some more money, but... I didn't read far enough into the extended universe to know, but I imagine that at some point there was probably a race involving an animal that was both slow and unsteady, and that animal finished dead freaking last. I would almost guarantee it. Even the hare could win that one. I never liked The Tortoise and the Hare as a story. I understand the moral. I understand that it's meant to be a fable. You know, it wasn't a literal race between a tortoise and a hare that could talk to one another. It would be a great TV show, but I never liked it because I don't agree with the motto that slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady is very good. Take it from somebody that's been learning to computer program over the course of like 2.5 years, like 1 to 2 courses at a time. It's taken a long time, but it's steady, and the progress is there. It's better than, you know, just going at it all at once for like a month and then forgetting about it. But fast and steady is like the ideal way to get it done. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers. I was gonna say pun intended, but then that doesn't really make any sense because neither the tortoise nor the hare have feathers, but you get the idea. But if you could do something fast and steady, you're in a good spot. But then it becomes less good, less universal of an idiom, I suppose, because like everybody can do slow and steady. Fast and steady, you know, different people got different tolerances for that, so. We really, in hindsight, should have leveled up strength, I think. Yeah, I may just be, like, super dead. I think we can cheese him a little bit. Like, the AI is not super smart. And by that, I don't mean that it's bad. I just mean that the AI is maybe a little intentionally dumb, which gives me a chance to escape their clutches here. So often, I think people, like, think that the platonic ideal for good AI is people that are, or is to have enemies that are, like, as smart as a human player. Some situations, very sensible, but in others, just annoy the Christ out of people. Let's go. Alright, there's still way more enemies down here. Never mind, there's 0 enemies down here. And we're kind of just grinding out gold and soul. Gold and soul? No, gold and souls. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Fight back against this situation. The flashbang's like very solid here. Grenade 3, you can't go with it. We've already out-leveled that in the loot perspective. Man, we like 1,000,000% should have gone strength. The HP's fine, but it's taken us so long to kill these guys. I don't like that the shield blocks flashbangs. Like, do you think this is Rainbow Six Siege or something? It's not Rainbow Six Siege, it's Dead Cells. This is the Black Bridge entrance. We should be, anything down here? You know, there is a patch, you never know. We should be totally fine to take out the boss, but you never know. We got some good loot, but we are a little underpowered, just strictly from a strength perspective. I'm not going to take the quick arrow. Level up like the broadsword. I don't know, level up the firebrand. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to take it. Well, maybe we should. Just give it a try. I was going to say because I want to have a better loadout for dealing with this guy, but I mean, if we die on this guy, we deserve it, effectively, is the way that it goes. We're half an hour into the episode here, and if we die on this boss, we pretty much have to go back to the drawing board. But at least we'll have a good excuse. 2 new weapons. The incomplete one, that's his name. We're never... Oh, no, never mind. We're totally gonna crit this guy. The crits just stink. I'm trying to, like... I guess you gotta kill him to get the ammo out of his body. Yo, this is actually gonna take 1,000,000 years. Let's hope the biters do more damage than I do, because I have made, like, a horrible mistake here. This is gonna be the longest fight, like, in Earth's history against this guy. I don't think he's been buffed. I actually think that this is just what happens when you have this loadout against him. I might be mistaken, though. Well, at least, okay. I mean, I'll take your word for it that I got hit there, but I'm a little insulted. We really, at this point, should be more worried that we're going to be going to the fjord in like 2 seconds here with not really a whole heck of a lot of future prospects. But you know what? This is teaching us a in fighting this guy up close and personally. I'm actually getting better at taking him out here as well. That was almost pretty bad. It's actually a smart move to try to run the interrupt on him. Just heal up, might as well. Try to run the interrupt on him using the attack that gives him like a creep around him, or you know, a DOT, more dots, more dots. Heal up, heal up. Just be safe, you know, you got him basically. And of course, after learning that the interrupt can do that, I just never used it again, but he's dead regardless, and we got a blueprint, the Impaler. Actually, like a really long, fairly successful first run back here. We will be able to unlock the Impaler, which will give us a new primary. It's getting a little ridiculous in terms of the length of this one here. 45, we won't be able to unlock it, but at least we know it exists, and if we make it out of the fjords, we should be good to unlock it. The Fog Fjord. Basically, like 2 weeks ago, that run never would have worked. We would have died on that fight without a doubt. Dude, nice little graphical effect on the doors down here. I need to go inside because I need loot. I just, like, am screwed on damage right now. I mean, damage boost seems like a very sensible pickup right now. I wouldn't dispute that. You definitely want to buy health. I guess we should take a damage bonus at the expense of our flashbang. Kind of like the idea of the quick bow, but with our existing strength, it's not gonna fly really. Yeah, like in the end, it's still only doing like 60-something damage, so we may want to use the damage bonus like always. Or at least against, like, groups of enemies. It sort of works. I don't know. This run's looking wonky, and yet we're still alive, so... As you can see, like, not horrible necessarily for crowd control. But this is not the speed in which I want to be killing these enemies. Broadsword 5 covers the victim's inflammable oil, so I see the value here. Don't get me wrong, but I'm happy with my existing sword. It's really the bow and arrows that aren't really doing it for me. Guys are fast, but they have to walk through the oil to get to me, so... Oh, no. I want the blood sword. The blood sword is, I still think better, even though it does slightly less damage. It also fires an arrow upwards, which I give a value to that of approximately, like, negative 1,000,000%, but... This will be the real test right here. Seems better. I mean, especially considering how botched the actual execution was here. So we have the electric whip replacing the bow. Electric whip 5. Seems sensible. Still got decent money. Tell you what, we'll heal up once here. And I'm starting to think this might be the beginning of like a beautiful run. Half an hour in, but still. Yeah, it's a problem. I don't like having to fight these guys like this right now. Okay, that was almost horrible. I'll tell you what, just go straight up here, heal up. You played that one wrong. Just accept that you played it wrong and move on with your life. Because if you try to, you know, ride that one to the end. You're going to be very disappointed with how it turns out, I think. Except that you've done things improperly here and learned from that. What is... Oh, it's a Nutcracker 5. 207 damage per second. I don't know. Wait, one of these is like jump attacks, ignite. The other one's damage taken reduced by 10%. I think I'm happy with the blood sword now. It's, like a more than acceptable choice here. And with the damage bonus, it's doing good work. It might be the best option, honestly. Like, ever since I know they've nerfed the rapier in the game, which was a fan favorite, so. How are you attacking me? It's chaotic down here. You should have no means of knowing that I'm attacking you. Wow, I thought I died. Instead, I just went inside and lived. So we'll heal up, but we're running out. It's another starting sword. 330 damage per second. Okay, so we will take that. Again, what do I care about money right now? We save almost all of it when we die anyway. Wait, that means we should care about money more, probably, but you get the idea. You get the idea. The idea is that I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. I feel like this build is like anti-synergistic. Oh, yeah, okay. It was a long episode. It also was a night like this 40 million years ago. I lit a cigarette and took a monkey's skull to go. Ooh, gross. Oh, come on, it's Walk the Dinosaur. Anyway, thanks for watching. We got a little bit of a preview of the Elemental update. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Seems cool so far. If you did enjoy it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.